Resistance is futile. And if you don't know how to do it, you could always ask your grandkids to help you. Yeah, what if we are kind of turning into a bit of a hive mind, and our social media and the internet is just a little scaffolding for that. Anyway, this is episode 26 of the Barely Normal podcast. I am your host, Luke. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm turning a big number this year. And my birthday's coming up in a few months, couple of months. And it's interesting to see people's reactions. Because I don't necessarily look my age. But I've had people tell me that I should have children. Yesterday, somebody told me I should have kids. Straight after I told them that I couldn't have kids and that I didn't want children. It's amazing how people... I think we want to connect so much, and that we try to be right. Because if we're right, at least we've connected on something. But you're not going to see it from the person's point of view if the other person's just trying to be right the whole time. Yeah, the wind is pumping here. And I'm kind of just looking at the mountain and trying to see where the little wind shadows would be, and if there are any kind of caves maybe in those wind shadows. Because on the other side of the mountain, where there is a wind shadow, and there's a nice cave called Pierre's Cave that, they found people in. Paleolithic people from 12,000 years ago. Which is quite nice. Well, they're skeletons at least, and lots of stone tools. Yeah. But they weren't real archaeologists. They... their tools were pickaxes and dynamite, so a lot was maybe lost in the endeavor. I wonder if that's kind of the nature of learning things. That's why it's hard to, when you look at something, you change it ever so slightly. You know, something part of the original knowledge is changed. Maybe your preconceived idea of what it is that you're looking at, what you thought you were looking at, is evolving as you look at it. What's a lot of twaddle? But at the same time, not entirely. I like the idea that all of our oil in the world, all the crude oil, is from one layer. And I don't think it happened multiple times. And it's mostly from a time when there were massive trees that nothing could break down when they died. So they just piled up, and until something figured out how to break it down a bit. So I wonder if our waste products will ever be seen or be used by, I don't know, life far in the future. You know, they look back and they mine our little dumps, which by then are high pressurized little flat little plastic discs or something. Yeah, it's the plastic era. How are we going to get away from plastic? Whose fault is plastic in a way? Like, it is such a versatile product, but it's so versatile that we thought we'll figure out, the dangers and like the problems, uh, the problems with it as we go along. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. The thing that makes it great is the thing that makes it suck. But yeah, swords have scabbards, sheaths, coverings. Ah, yeah. So maybe we thought the same way. Kind of crazy. It would be interesting going back to a time where, if you want milk, you have a milkman and who delivers things in glass and paper bags. Go back to a time of, small bakeries. We need to figure out how to get power. Sorry for the pop. We need to figure out how to get power to remote areas, so that the place doesn't matter. And I suppose we either need to do that by making, I suppose like China is doing, they're making small nuclear reactors that I suppose would power a few blocks, or a big jump in technology. Teleportation would be great. The thing I always wondered about teleportation whenever I'm watching my Space Soapie, is because it is totally a Space Soapie, and I love my Space Soapies, is if they can teleport something, they have a pattern in their computer of the person, so they could actually just make as many of that person as they really want, I suppose. If whenever somebody passes away, they just hit reset. Or if you need a new part, you just produce it. People could live forever in space if we could just figure out how to do that. Kind of reminds me a bit about The Fly, the movie, the old Jeff Goldblum movie from 1989 or 6 or whenever. There's a scene in it where a baboon jumps onto Jeff Goldblum's shoulder and he holds it. But apparently there's no such thing as a tame baboon. And there are only two people that could actually handle the baboon. One was the creature's handler, and the other was 6'4" Jeff Goldblum, he was very strapping at the time, and I suppose had a very reassuring presence for this poor creature who was on the set of this crazy sci-fi. Was it Cronenberg? No, I don't know. I can't remember. But that was fun. Wow, an actual baboon. I saw a baboon at my window here the other day, just across the road. Literally an actual baboon. And it turns out it's just one of the things about living in my part of the world. Every now and then you might see a baboon or an otter, or some lady was attacked and bitten by a seal Shame she's had to have, I think, reconstructive surgery. Shame. Oh, anyway. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. And I suppose until next time, love you, bye.